So, being the pro-chancellor of Jagran Lake City University, what is your philosophy of leadership? How would you describe your leadership style?
So, Mayank, for us, leadership revolves around four strong principles. One is sharing a vision, because I personally feel that till the time the whole team of yours doesn't share your same vision, it is very difficult to take the process forward. The next important thing is work as a team.
Mm-hmm.
uh, you cannot just leave everything on the people and you say it on the back foot. As a leader, first probably you'll have to showcase them how to do things and then give them opportunity, equal opportunity to them to then prove of what is done and how it is done. Another important aspect where I feel leadership plays a very important is to keep the organization really flat. Sometimes when you have a lot of hierarchy, there are issues where the communication gets missed.
Okay.
So you need to have a very flat organization, and that is what we believe at Jagran Lake City University to have that. And luckily, we have managed to have a very lean organization, and
Okay.
that's how the decision making, especially for a new university like us or a growing university like us, it is very important. And I think the most important aspect of leadership is to nurture the next level of leaders, because if you don't do that, then your next line command remains empty. And
Mm-hmm.
with the kind of work we do in education where people keep moving from one place to another, and if you don't have a next line of command who is equally ready, it leaves a very big void, and that kind of void cannot be is not acceptable in our kind of a service industry. So I think the most important thing for a leader or a leadership style is to be inclusive, to to nurture the next leaders, and to lead by an example, and let whenever the success comes, give the limelight to the people who deserve and not take the limelight on yourself.
Great, great. That's the great leadership style you have, sir. How does the curriculum of Jagran Lake City ensure the best practice of industry?
So, with Jagran, what we have done from initial days is to integrate the industry with our curriculum. Also, with whatever exposure I've had studying abroad, we have inbuilt a lot of global aspects into the curriculum, because we feel that since the world is becoming flat and it is more globalized, and a lot of multinationals are now coming to India, it is very important that people understand the global aspect. So, one angle, we have integrated our programs with industry, with partners like KPMG, Imagine XP, um, then integrating a lot of professional qualifications like the Chartered Institute of Marketing, Chartered Institute of Management, the uh, the CIMs and the CIMA programs. In engineering, we are doing with SAP. So these kind of things are there. I think that what makes the curriculum very interesting. Another important aspect for us is keeping the curriculum as much as practical possible.
Okay.
So we have ensured that our curriculums have long internships. Generally, internships in India are 1 month, 45 days. But in most of our programs, we are ensuring that our curriculum has at least a minimum of 90 days of internship period. And in some cases where the programs are more practice based, like the engineering or the media programs, we have in all the hospitality program as well, we have internship as long as 6 months at a stretch, because what person can learn within the industry is very difficult to replicate within the classroom. So
Okay.
that's how I think our curriculums are very different than a lot of people.
Great, great. What do you think your roles and responsibilities to the university and the students are?
So my core role within the university is obviously to give a strategic direction on what we want to do. Innovation is a very important aspect for us within my office. We have a office of the pro chancellor separately than the other university, which has a very discrete kind of people working and directly reporting to me. They probably will not have a day-to-day academic work, but these people are more focused on running the IQAC, where we are ensuring that the quality which we deliver is getting monitored. Random checks and balances are taken care from here. Um, there's always, as part of the pro chances office, there's a grievance office as well, where the students can directly relate, and if information has to be passed on, it is done through that. So my responsibility in the university is not to interfere in the day-to-day academics, but to ensure that whatever is happening in the university is as part of the vision which we have developed, and the vision plan which the university releases out every 3 years to its employees and to the students. And we work according to that plan.
Okay, great. What do you think should be the Jagran Lake City University top priority over the next 10 years?
So I think 10 years is a very, very long time. I think they can't be immediate top priorities. 10 years is more of a vision plan. But also I realize that 10 years is a very long plan to have as per the vision also. So at Jagran we have 3-year plans and an yearly plan. Obviously our top priority is to ensure that a good quality of teaching happens. Blending of technology is another area where we're working very aggressively, and I think by end of or by the beginning of this academic year, I think we will have some of the very great technology enablers within our program. So technology is one thing. Rankings, obviously, people and the university always aspire to have top international rankings, and that's what we are looking at. I think NAC is another area where we are very focused. By end of the coming academic year, we wish to have a really great NAC accreditation. So these are some of the top priorities for the university as of now.
Great. What do you see as Jagran Lake City University's greatest strength?
As I said, one of our greatest strengths is our curriculum. Our curriculum is being benchmarked to some of the top curriculums across the world. We work with the European Union Commission as the only university from Central India, where our curriculums are now mapped to all the European universities in the area of hospitality, in the area of law and the management. And every year we are adding new areas which are mapped to these curriculum. So I think curriculum mapping and global curriculum mapping is one of the biggest strengths we have. Obviously, infrastructure, I think we have one of the very strong infrastructure things within a lot of universities in the central India. Another area where I feel we have a strength is the delivery mechanism, the pedagogy which we follow, which is, I think one of the better ways of teaching, where we are focused on obviously the continuous evaluation, as well as giving the equal importance on practice-based learning and theory-based learning. And to top it all, obviously our students and the faculty members, we have some really great talent within the students as well as the faculty. I think if you ask me to pick one biggest strength of the university, is we focus on all-round development. We are not focusing only on academic, because we feel that great leaders, great entrepreneurs are the people who always do an all-round. They are all-rounders, not the academicians are never be the good all-rounders. The all-rounders are the top entrepreneurs of the world. So equal importance is given to public speaking, sports, culture, and obviously the academics.
Great.
That's where the university stands apart.
Great. Any suggestions you would like to give to the current youth and the aspiring students as of now?
I think we are in a very unusual time. It is a pandemic which probably and hopefully we will see once in a lifetime. So this lockdown obviously have a lot of negative things, but it also brings a lot of positive things if you look in a different way. Positive in the sense that we right now we have a lot of time in hand because the universities, schools, workplaces are closed, and there is always an aspiration in everyone that I wish to do something, but I couldn't fulfill that because probably I didn't have enough time to do it. So this is the time, this is the free time you have, uh, where you can fulfill all your dreams which you have thought. For students, for school students, for college students, uh, we should use this time to build a lot of capacity building, a lot of skill building for the future. There are some wonderful platforms these days, from Harvard to people like Coursera, who are giving free of cost a lot of top university programs. I would encourage all the students to really come up and do these programs, because this will not only help you to evolve as a uh, better future, but will also give you a global exposure of what is happening, and will give you a different perspective, and which will eventually help you in your future career or the degree you aspire to do, because this will add to your profile. I think one of the most important things we should do is to spend time with the family, because in today's fast-paced world, you hardly get time to do that. So I personally suggest spend a lot of time with them, plan your future, and build your skills. So these are the three important things which the youth should do during this period of time.
Great, great, great. So one question we wanted to understand, like how JLU helps students during this pandemic situation, like how JLU was connected to the student during this pandemic. We wanted
Okay.
to understand that.
So as I told you before, that JLU always believes in investing in a lot of technology, and luckily our pedagogy is such that we always follow a blended way of learning.
Okay.
So we have a combination of online, offline things happening, lectures happening. So there was not a very big transition happening for us. Luckily, we were already planning to start our end semester examination by 15th of April,
Okay.
and this lockdown hardly disturbed 10 days of teaching. So which got covered obviously because we already had the tools in place, the technology in place, and the students were used to it.
Okay.
Post that, we are the only university in Madhya Pradesh who have already completed their examination, because as per the UG's direction, we completed the whole lot of examination online using our technology which we use.
Okay.
So the students had an advantage because they could now join their respective companies where they were placed, which a lot of people are still facing an issue because the companies want them to join only after they finish their degrees. And apart from that, we had advisories sent to all our students as and when it came from the central government through our system and through our network. Uh, and Also encourage students that if they have any issues, uh, both, I mean, in terms of curriculum, teaching, learning, as well as mentally, because obviously this is a very tough time to go through mentally. We had set up special teams where students can really call and understand and talk it out with their close faculty members. So I think these were some of the ways where we think we were helpful to the students.
Okay. Abhishek sir, one last question.
Mhm.
If we could get some message for College Dunia.
So, College Dunia, I have been tracking College Dunia from quite some time, and we have started working this year. I think you people are one of the fastest growing platforms in the education domain, and the kind of reviews and kind of genuine opinion you are giving to students and guiding students uh, is credible, and it's praiseworthy. So I think, and I think it's very important as a platform to be keep yourself neutral, and that's what you have been able to do very beautifully. So I wish all of the team at College Dunia a great success, and I think you people are doing a really great job, and just keep doing that.
Thank you, Abhishek sir. We wish all the best to you and JLU as well.
Thank you, Mang.